this is the beautiful experience of live theater. And one of the reasons that I personally never work with PowerPoint, because it never fails to disappoint. So there we go. So in the tech booth upstairs, if we could get that on the 4th slide, that would be perfect. And I'm going to figure out at this point that you all know the definition of strategy and clarity, and that through the 12 minutes that we have here, you'll figure out what I'm talking about with strategic clarity. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's do this. I'm going to take you on a journey today. So I'm appearing right now as me, 2015 Debbie Whitlock, a business coach to women entrepreneurs. And I'm going to sit down in a moment, and I'm going to take you back to the woman I was in 2008. And I'm going to reveal the pages of my journal from 2008. Ooh, right? And I'm going to take you on a journey that I don't think is that uncommon. In fact, I think it's actually going to resonate with many of you. So, time warp. 2008. A reading from my journal. Why is it that some people just seem to achieve everything with ease? And why is it that some people are just so brilliant at creating community and tribes? People who are advocates for them. Seth Godin would call them raving fans, right? And why is it that there's always somebody who exudes that kind of energy, has that big, beautiful smile on their face that is just magnetic to everyone around? They have a chemistry that you can't resist. They're the kind of people that if you said a bad word about them, no one would believe you. I began asking these questions in 2008. I asked a lot of questions in 2008 that started with why. I questioned everything. Well, almost everything. See, in 2008, I had a wee bit of a crisis. I, on the outside, seemed to have everything together. It all looked good. I had the house and the husband and the car. I had the business, and I had the cool, groovy office in downtown Seattle with a view of the city. I owned a business that had crested the hallowed 7-figure mark for women business owners. I was celebrating it every single day. My focus was laser-like. My goals were compelling. I was in the zone. But that year, something shifted. My laser-like precision became more like the game of laser tag you play with your cat, right? It's fun at first, and the cat's chasing the laser around on the floor, and then pretty soon, the cat's exhausted, and so are you, right? And then my life changed. I came to an event, and I met a gentleman by the name of Simon Sinek. And he asked me a question. Now, keep in mind, there were probably 1,000 other people in the room, but I know Simon was talking to me. And Simon looked at me, and he was on that stage, and he got close, and he said, "Why do you do what you do?" I know my what. I can tell you that. I know how. What do you mean, why, Simon? What are you talking about? And I sat there at the seminar, and I deconstructed, in that moment, my life. I could answer what and how to everything. And I had no clear answer for why. And as I sat there, I began to listen to the murmurs of people around me who seemed to be equally perplexed. They had a lot of what and how, but no one seemed to know why. And so I left the event, and I went and I asked colleagues and friends their why. Why do you do what you do? And they looked at me like I'd lost my mind. They were confused. What do you mean, why? I can tell you what and how. It's about results. I get that, but why? Why do you get up in the morning? Nine years ago, as I journaled and journaled and journaled, I made a discovery about myself. and it's profoundly changed how I operate in the world, and it's profoundly changed how other people operate as well. I didn't create what I'm about to share. I was just smart enough in the moment to hear the message and then to pursue it and to go on a bit of a quest or an odyssey. So strategic clarity is a corporate concept that I had heard of. And the idea of that was that it would analyze business strategy and performance. I'm an entrepreneur. I could kind of get it from my seat, but I really wanted to make it relevant not only to an entrepreneur in business, but also to people, and in particular women, in our lives. And I began this quest to determine that if strategic clarity can be used in business for individuals and entrepreneurs, could it help them course correct to be and achieve more of who they are designed to be in the world? So my question for you is, what would your world look like if you ran everything through your why? Would it be easier to know what to say yes to and what to say no, or maybe even not now? And now ask yourself this question. If I was to get up from this seat and I was to come and sit next to you and look deeply into your eyes and ask, why do you do what you do? Would you be able to answer in a sentence that was compelling and uplifting, inspiring to yourself? Or when I just asked that, did a ball of fear land in your belly and make you think about exiting right now because, good God, she might get up? Strategic clarity, knowing your why, is found at the intersection of passion and purpose. It helped me create great opportunities, and it can help you create great opportunities in your personal and professional lives. Staying connected to our why in a world that is so hyper-focused on what? It's not easy. And it's not terribly complicated. It takes a little bit of focus, some discipline, a wee bit of grace, a splash of humor, and a whole lot of heart. As a society right now, in 2015, we are addicted to ambition. We are competing in micro-cults of busyness. Comparing ourselves to someone else's Facebook status is a daily occurrence. Oh, heck, it is a moment-by-moment occurrence. We must stop being spectators to what other people are doing. We have plenty on our plates to worry about anyone else. When you achieve strategic clarity, everything in your life falls into place. When you know your why, your passion, your purpose, and your productivity line up, just like the Three Musketeers. They work together to support your success. Nietzsche said, "He who has a why can endure any how." Are you ready for the 4 questions that I used to course correct? Okay. I'm going to start with the easy one. What makes you come alive? This is about connecting to that cause that's bigger than you, and it also must be congruent with who you are and what you care about. Friends, the world needs people to come alive. It is desperate for people to come alive. We need you to come alive now. Second question, what are your strengths? In The Element, Sir Ken Robinson says that our element is the point at which natural talent and skill meet personal passion. When you're in your element, you're more productive, you add more value, you enjoy personal and professional fulfillment. Oh, and by the way, my favorite topic, you make more money. Question number 3, where do you add value? I am too often seeing people I know and love and care about undervaluing their strengths, skills, and talents that they have naturally acquired over time. We are discounting ourselves every single moment. Stop doing that. There's no need for it. And the 4th one, this one's going to get you. How will you measure your life? My pop would say to me as a little girl, Deb, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Deciding how you want to measure your life means making a stand for something and then living in complete alignment with it. I challenge you. Today's Tuesday. You've got your 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, your lifetime ahead of you to sit with these questions and begin to journal and to answer, just like I did in the pages, over and over and over again until I got clear. What I've been witness to with entrepreneurs and friends who, as they've pursued their own strategic clarity and they discovered their why, when I really got down to it and said, what held you back? Why did you not do this sooner? We realized, borrowing a well-known quote, it was their light, not their darkness, that scared them. You must go shine your light, friends. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So my question for you is, what step will you take today? Where will your journey take you? What I do know is you're already well on your way. Thank you.